Well, you might recognize this little box today. It's a Fender 6G15 standalone reverb unit. Customer brings it to us claiming it's a 64 and it's dead. Let's find out. Well, if you've watched some of our other videos, you know one of the first things we do is check the fuse. We check the fuse. It's a 15 amp. Always scares me to death. So we're not going to do a whole lot of testing here. Something blew this fuse, and we're going to get right in and do the work that needs to be done on something this old. It needs a cap job. And age notwithstanding, you can see it needs that by the blisters on the ends of these caps. And I like to think when I see discoloration on the cardboard sleeves, it's already given up some of its insides. Anyway, they gotta go. While we're here, we'll take a look at these transformers, and you can see they're both original Schumachers, one dated 606-312, the 12th week of 63. The other dated 606-326, the 26th week of 63. Getting a flyover look at the working side of this reverb unit. We've got the original transformer, again dated from the 26th week of 63. You can't probably see it without a close-up, but there's no light bulb. So somebody's been in here and removed that bulb. Everything else looks pretty untouched. Original bypass caps in the circuit here. And this little oddball 250 microfarad 6-volt cap. We've got probably one of the stiffer power cords we've had in a while, so that's got to go, and it's been taped up as well. I don't know if it's melted or not. It appears it's either melted, been broken, and then taped up, but that's got to go. So we're just going to start with the basic rehab. Give it a cap job, replace the fuse, install the light bulb, and we're going to start all that by testing the tubes. Well, while we're waiting for parts to come, we know we got to get rid of this stiff old power cord with the melted end. So I'm going to remove that. Alright, we got the fresh new 8-foot 3-prong in. Let's get those old caps out. You remember how bad they looked with the bubbles and some sort of leakage shown on the paper here. All we've got to do is remember all three positives come to the knobs. The negatives are towards the tubes. And if you got a little memory problem, when you take the caps out, set them down behind the chassis the same way you took them out. Then you can remember how they go back in. At any rate, the easiest filter cap job I've ever done. I've started to use these mod caps lately. They're really rather inexpensive compared to Sprague's, and even a little less than F&T, which I'd switched to in the past. But I've had good luck with these, no issues, no returns, no problems. I'm going to keep using them when I can. And while you're here, and before you go, check this power reducing resistor here, make sure it's to spec. So look, when you're doing cap jobs, you're replacing old dried up electrolytics, or in this case, even caps that have started to fail. But is there any point in not doing the caps on the working side? Let me show you why that's always a good idea too. This first 2525 is not 25 microfarads, it's nearly 75. And this oddball 250 microfarad 6-volt cap over here on the end, 883. Now, I realize these are in circuit and things could change, but they need to go just like the others. They're just as dried out and just as likely to fail. Well, there you go. We've got all the electrolytics replaced. You'll see over here the red one is a 250 microfarad 25 volt Jupiter cap. It's a well-known brand, and it's much higher rated on the voltage side than the cap we took out. Remember, it was only a 6 volt cap. It's always good, well, I shouldn't say good, it's always okay to go higher in voltage, but it's never changed the microfarad rating. Get as close to it as you can. As far as the 2525s, you can see we put mods back in there, but this mustard yellow Astron, you talk to any tech who's worked for a while, they'll say if you see one, take it out. Because if they're not leaking now, they will be leaking soon. Well, I understand that. I'm going to test this one when we fire it up, see if it is leaking, and I will replace it if it is. But if not, I kind of tend to leave those little mustard Astrons in there. Buyers and collectors alike like to see them. So we'll test it after we fire it up. While you're in here, good idea to clean the pots and burnish these jacks. Well, here we go. Got everything you want right there. Turn that dwell down a little. There you go, cap job on a reverb unit. 1964.
You don't have to lie to me because I'm no fool.